Alright, welcome to another live sit and talk featuring me, Matthew from Mini Wargaming. Happy New Year to everybody. Today is January 10th. This is my first live show of 2013. And I have a lot of stuff that I actually want to cover, a lot of stuff I want to do, a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Because it's a new year, it just means that there's all sorts of fun stuff that we now get to do. So I'm just going to minimize this so I'm not seeing myself, which makes it harder to actually say stuff. Matt, think you need to clean up your lunch. Actually, that was my snack. Want to know what my snack is? Alright. So, I gotta come back to my camera. Snack is, this is a thing of tuna. Was a thing of tuna. Just a little bit of mayonnaise. Does that look appetizing? Mmm. And then I got carrots. I packed too many today. I couldn't eat them all. So baby carrots. I actually use the tuna as a dip. Plus I have 2 pieces of whole wheat bread that I also dip in the tuna. In case you cared. And actually that's, I should write down these things. Okay, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about that. There. Just wrote down my agenda for it. Okay. Odd but healthy. No, that's not odd, fishy swass. It's just good because we're doing a lot of weight training, so we need the protein. So the tuna is for that, and then you need vegetables, of course, and you need grains. Despite what Mr. Atkins or Dr. Atkins said, you do not want to cut out all your carbs from your diet. That is not a good way to lose weight. So yeah. Somebody asked me, Red Dragon says, did you get everything you wanted from Santa? And the answer is sure, because my list was pretty short. It's hard to buy for adults, especially an adult who owns his own gaming store. Because it's like, what do you buy for them if they can't just buy for themselves at wholesale? So it's, and then how do you buy it for them in such a way that they don't know that you bought it? So, right. Fishy Spot says the combination of the food is okay. Usually you put stuff between the bread though, right? You know, I've heard of that once. Something like, sounds like a country's name, like Sandwich or something. Yes, of course. Here in Canada we do make sandwiches, but I just don't for my snack. So, and it's hard to eat baby carrots by themselves, so I make sure that that I have something to dip it in. So I do a lot of calorie counting during the day. Once I go home, it's just more portion control. But during the day, I have what I eat down to a science, and I adjust it depending on my needs. The Earl of Sandwich, hungry, ate them. There you go. Okay, so what to start with? I want to talk. Here's the different things I want to talk about. I want to talk about weight loss, because you know, in a Wargaming live show, you should talk about weight loss. I want to talk about Dark Potential, of course. I want to talk about battle reports and how we've kind of had a shortage of videos over the past 3 or 4 weeks. No, more like 3 weeks, if you hadn't noticed. And I'm going to talk about why and then what's going to be happening. But most importantly, I'm going to add this one. I also want to talk about New Year's resolutions. And no, I'm not talking about weight loss resolutions, although we'll talk about that briefly. I'm talking about things we want to see this year with Mini Wargaming. Things we want to do, things we want to improve, things you want to see, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do something. Gotta tell everybody that I'm on the show. I gotta say toggle. No, it's not toggled. Sit and talk. Where's the one from today? Thursday, yeah. Toggle. There we go. It's on. Maybe David put it on. And send this all out. There. Now we'll get joined by more people. We've only got about 38 right now. We're going to try to get that up to 100. We'll see. So the live show notification has been sent out. Unless somebody else did that already. Did you already send the live show notification, Dave? Okay, good. Because I just did. It would be bad if we did it twice. Well, I guess it would be horrible. So you get 2 emails that say a new live show has begun. It's not the end of the world, right? Right? Okay. 1 million viewers. Yeah, that'd be cool. 5 ads in a row on Twitch. Oof, yeah, that sucks. Okay. So what should we talk about first? Let's talk about the most exciting thing to me. There was one person. I wish I had written down who had suggested this. No, somebody suggested, and if it was you, feel free to speak up, that a segment of my live show should be called Dark Matters, and it should be all about dark potential. What I'm probably going to do, don't hold me to this, because it just depends on time and everything, is actually have a separate live show just about dark potential. Because people come on the show, they want to talk about different things. They're not necessarily going to always want to talk about dark potential, but it's obviously something I like to talk about a lot. But there's so many other things to talk about too, like 40K, fantasy, War Machine, other wargaming things in general, things that are going on, answering your questions, talking about weight loss, like just all of the stuff we go through. The original intent of the Sit and Talk was actually, it was not a Sit and Talk, it was a Walk and Talk. And before that it was a jogging vlog, and that was based on me jogging when we were doing our weight loss. Not last year now, the year before that. And I'm going to turn off this ringer after I see who's calling. No, not for me. Menu select. Oh, I can't select the menu while somebody's calling? That is bogus. Menu select. Menu select. Menu select. Okay, ringer volume. Mute it. Perfect. As long as my cell phone doesn't ring. So, yes. It's so... I wanted to separate those two, I guess is what it comes down to. I love the person who gave that name, Dark Matters. That was awesome, so thank you very much. I need to really search for that so I can give proper credit on my first Dark Matter show. So stay tuned. We might add that extra show, and that way I have a place to really talk about dark potential. If you're interested in dark potential, you can come and listen. And if you're not interested in dark potential, then you can just come on my regular Sit and Talk or whatever you want to do. So... yeah, you know what? I'll also talk. I want to add a bit more to the should we charge for videos thing, because there was some misunderstandings, but not really. I think I got the point across, and it was interesting to see the responses. It was what I expected. Let me just put it that way. So let's start with what's been occupying us for the past week and a half, and that has been dark potential. So yes, I'm going to talk about that to start, because. Booyah! Look at this. I'm going to make sure I get that in the camera really well. And the limited edition packaging for perk contributors at the Indiegogo campaigns. And Reclaimers. This is the limited edition one because it has the concept art. And I know it's shiny because it's shrink wrapped. And this is the Reclaimer Faction Starter Set regular one. So, pretty awesome, eh? And the limited edition ones on the back have 2 signatures on them. That would be my signature, and that would be Dave's signature. So you can see the W, because my first name starts with a W. Can anybody guess in the chat what my first name is? Starts with a W. See, there's a W, there's the M, there's the A-T-T-H-E-W, and this little squiggle here is my last name, Glanfield. So any guesses? William? No. Wallace? No. Wiggles? Close. Walter? Nope. Come on. White Boy? Close, again. William? Already guessed. The answer is no. Nobody? Nobody's going to get it? Alright. William? No. Back invite you guys to select the box based on the art of the contents fitting. Based on the art or the contents fitting. Walter? Wesley? Neil Mort asks the question, did we do this size box based on the art or based on the contents? The one sense Good King Wenceslas. Whiteman, West, Walter. No. Wilhelm. No. Nobody's getting it. Whitman. No. Really? Those are the names you pick over the one that my name actually is, which is a lot more common than I think any of those. Nobody. Alright. I'll just tell you. My first name is Warren. Warren. It's Warren Matthew Glanfield. Ironically, the mini wargaming, when you look at right there, see the mini wargaming thing? How it's so hard to do this reverse. MWG, if you actually go WMG, is my initials. That was unintentional, but it was meant to be. So somebody asked, and Neil Mort asked, did we... No, my first name is not Whack-A-Mole. Did we choose this size box because of the artwork or because of the contents? And the answer is we chose this box because it's the same size as the Games Workshop boxes. and it's become a standard. Remember, we do a lot of shipping of Games Workshop products, Privateer Press products, Spartan, Mantic, all these different ones, so we've kind of gotten to know the good box sizes. And the standard box size is the 9x6, and then the thickness is based on how much is inside. And then you have like the half-size boxes and then the quarter-size boxes. And then even when you look at the big Battle Forces, it's this big. And what's really nice about that is that when you're stocking up on boxes for shipping, you don't have to get tons of different sizes because the different manufacturers have the same size. What's really annoying is when a manufacturer decides to create odd size boxes. And so I didn't want to be one of those guys. I could have fit all these miniatures in a smaller box, but it's just, for one thing, this will fit more of the shelving because the shelving is made more to a standard. So yeah, so that's why we chose this box size. Same thing with the blisters. I don't have one right here, but they're roughly the same size as a Games Workshop blister, so that they can fit on the same racking if you need to. So just trying to keep some sort of congruency there. So, and Dave, right as we are speaking, is finishing up the artwork for the Corporation box sets because we got the last miniature in. And so the boxes will be done hopefully early next week. We'll package them all together and we'll ship them out hopefully by the end of next week. That's our goal. And once that happens, Dark Potential is fully launched. So the Reclaimers and Xlanthos are both already officially launched. I put quotes around officially, so it's kind of unofficially. Meaning I haven't fully announced that they're launched, but they're all ready now. So you can go and buy Reclaimers and Xlanthos stuff. We actually need to restock the Reclaimers already. We've sold so many that I don't have. We have like 13 starter sets left on the shelf, whereas the Xlanthos we have like 120 or something like that. So I need to need to restock on the Reclaimers right away. I'm going like this right here because it's right there. See? So, Red Dragon, when will you be releasing the upgrade packs for when you come up with new minis? Well, I guess you answered your question in that. When we come up with the new minis. So. See, Mystic says needs more Greenleaf terrain. Actually, if you look closely, this is the picture of these models are taken on the Greenleaf terrain board. So that's that building. Remember the yellow building in the middle? And this is the one side. So that's where we took all our pictures. Same thing with this one. It's in the same spot roughly because there's 2 levels there, so it was just a slightly different angle. Gangrel's asking, what was the entire development time of Dark Potential? Was the Kickstart the official start? I would say the Indiegogo campaign was around the beginning of it. We had the concept already in place probably within like a month before that. We had decided to do it. We'd been talking about doing it for years, but I wouldn't count that as part of the development time. So we started the Kickstarter, was it in, or the Indiegogo, was it in April? I think it was April of 2012. With the goal of launching in September, which obviously didn't happen. We were October, November, December. 4 months later than that, which, you know, hindsight is always 20/20, right? So the total time from that, if we said it, we thought of the idea in March, then it was almost a year. So 10 months went from nothing to artwork that you see on the wall there, to the logo, to all the concept art, to the miniatures being made, and all the way to now the product being out. Having gone through it once, I can definitely do the next waves much, much faster. There's a lot of mistakes that we made, a lot of things I learned, and so from now on it should be a lot less bumpy. There will still be hiccups, always. Nakuru says, Salvagers, Salvagers. Salvagers will come in a little while. I doubt we'll even get them this year, just because I want to do them really, really well. And so I want to get a bit more experience. Also, now that we have these 3 factions out, I need to expand on them. Otherwise, you know, you can get bored if all you have is a starter army. And right now, that's all you can get. If some people have asked, what should I get to start an army? I would buy 2 starter sets, even though you get 2 commanders, which you can only use 1 of in a 500-point game. It's still better value. And then buy a handful more troops to kind of round it out. So maybe like another 4 or 5, and that'll give you a good amount of army. Nakuru said, I did not use my $100 perk yet. I hope it will work on the Salvager set when it comes out. I can't guarantee that. I have said that just because I just don't know how much it'll cost. So I recommend getting one of these. We might even do, I don't know if I want to say that. No, I won't say that. Okay, anyways. But while we're on the topic of Dark Potential, You see this nice container right here? Maybe I should show you what's inside of it. But don't get too excited, because, well, you'll see what I mean. Here, let's see if I can change this camera so it will focus better. Okay, where's the focus? There we go. Autofocus. So this means it'll kind of go in and out of focus sometimes, but at least, yeah. So here we go, here we go. So what we have right here, maybe I did show some of these, I can't remember, are some greens. This is for wave number 2. So I'm not going to let you, I don't want to see too many details here, so I'll keep the plastic on it. This is the body of, what's the manipulator? Yes, the manipulator. So the Xlanthos manipulator, there's his arms and head. So he's, if you look at his hand, it's kind of like the Iron Man thing, where he's holding like this and there's something right here, and then it comes back. So that's like his thing that he uses to push and pull things, using various forces of nature, such as EM or gravity or whatever he wants to, because of the dark potential field manipulation. And then what we have right here are the next squad of Xlanthos. So there's 3 of them there. Oh, yeah, plus the arms and stuff. And yeah, so that's the next squad that'll be coming out. Just double check something here. Okay. Yeah, these are the shock troops. So they're the ones that are fast. Shorter range weapons, but very devastating. 40K addict. Hey Matt, did you email the winners of the video contest? Yeah, we did that. So if you weren't contacted, then contact support@miniwargaming.com. We'll figure it out. So, does the healthy human, Fishy Swats asks, need large amounts of pewter in their diet? Probably not. I'm guessing. And we have Stringer Bell asking, is there still going to be an Animal Faction army? Yes, there will be, but no news on the release date. My plans are, and this is all unofficial because we have to kind of see where it goes. My plans are to really add a lot more to these 3 factions. Like, once again, I'm pointing to the part that you can't see. See? Yeah, I want to do 2 more waves. Wave 2 will have a couple solos in a squad, and Wave 3 will add maybe another solo in a squad as well. And then that will be enough that they're quite playable. And so you have some variation in them and everything. And then after that, we'll start looking at maybe doing another faction. My personal preference will be doing Salvagers next. But really what it comes down to is what we're able to do. And the Salvagers are such an important one to me that I want to make sure that we do it very right. So, yeah. Okay, so, and then somebody's asking, will there be tanks and vehicles with this? Eventually, but as long as we're working in pewter, it's going to restrict us to smaller models. So until we start doing stuff in resin or something else, then I don't want a vehicle that's made of pewter. Just imagine how heavy and how expensive that would be. So no thanks. All right. So I think that's enough talking about Dark Potential. So if you were one of the contributors to the Indiegogo campaign and you chose your perk, then if it was Xlanthos and Reclaimers, they'll be shipping out. The Reclaimers, actually, a lot of them are already shipped out. If you had Xlanthos, those are getting shipped out like right now as we speak. They're working in the warehouse shipping those out, so hopefully that'll be done by tomorrow. And if you had Corporation sprinkled in there at all, then you'll have to wait till next week for yours to ship out. So that's the update there. So enough about Dark Potential. Let's move on. So I want to respond a little bit to the should we charge for videos video. If you haven't seen it yet, basically I created about a 16-minute video of me talking about some people's objection to the idea of us charging for videos. Now some people got the wrong impression. They thought that I was asking, should we start charging to watch videos? And the answer was no, this wasn't about that. This was about our vault, which has been around for years. And the question was, is it a good thing to have the vault? And I basically addressed the fact that if all you're doing is making videos, I'll sum up the video in like 3 sentences. You watch this. Now that I've thought about it so much, Basically, you can't make money just by making videos about wargaming because there's not enough people. Therefore, there's not enough ad revenue. Therefore, you got to make money in a secondary method, and you use the videos to help you make that money. So for us, we have our store, which sells Games Workshop, Privateer Press, Mantic, Army Painter, Spartan, all this kind of stuff. And we use our videos to drive people to the store, which then, some people buy. And that does well, but that alone is not enough. So we also have the Vault. It's where we put a lot of our videos in there, so people can pay for access to even more videos. The one thing I wanted to point out, and I'm probably going to make another video about this, is that I hope I didn't come across as saying that if you weren't a member of the Vault, that you were not supporting Mini Wargaming. Because some people seem to have that impression. Like some people said, oh, I remember one person's comment was, well, I buy from the store all the time, so I figured that's, supporting you guys enough. And it was of the tone where they were thinking that I wasn't saying that. And I just want to say that just by watching Mini Wargaming videos, you are supporting Mini Wargaming. Because for one thing, we get the ad revenue from you watching, and even though it's not enough, it's still something that you're giving. On top of that, if you like or share or comment on the videos, that helps spread the word. Like for example, if you comment on a video on our site, then more people see that people are commenting, so it creates more sense of community, which makes people want to stick around and watch more videos, which obviously grows our business. If you comment on YouTube, it actually boosts the ranking of the video, getting it more views in the end. Of course, liking something or sharing it on Facebook or Twitter or something that obviously has its own benefits because your friends get to see what you're watching. So those are great ways to support Mini Wargaming. We don't need 100% of our viewers to join the Vault or buy from our store. If that happened, holy cow. Just holy cow. Because we have 150,000 unique viewers on our website every single month. That's not even including those who are on YouTube who don't come to our site. We get over 1 million a year. So if everybody was a Vault member, yeah, we'd be a much bigger company. Let's just put it that way. So there's people that have varying opinions about the Vault. They're like, well, I don't believe you should charge for something that's just more of what you're already doing. And I don't take offense to anything anybody is saying. We're a business. We have to make money. Whenever a business tries to make money, you will always have some people who will disagree with what they're doing. Heck, look at Games Workshop. Lots of people disagree with some things that they do. And that's just the way it is. So don't worry, I'm not offended, I'm not worried. We're not shutting down the Vault or shutting down the store. It was more a video created to educate some of those people that just didn't quite understand why we would do that when we're making... Some people think that the advertising on YouTube and on our site is enough, and it's not by far. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody who regularly contributes, whether you post a lot on the forum, whether you just watch our videos, whether you share our stuff on Facebook. Anything you can do does help. So if you feel like supporting us, if you're in that mood or spirit, and you're like, yeah, I like to support Mini Wargaming, I wish I could buy more, I wish I could join their Vault, but I can't afford it, or I'm 14 and I don't have a credit card and my parents won't let me do it. Don't worry. You can, if I could write a guide to how to support a website that you like, not just Mini Wargaming, but anybody, is first thing, make sure you like any video you watch. Second thing, if you use Facebook, which most people do, then whenever you see a video that you like, share it on your Facebook. Even though you only have a handful of friends who might be interested in wargaming, the more people that do that, obviously, the more exposure it gets. And the list goes on and on. You can comment on the YouTube videos and our videos on our site. You can, all these different things. If you have a blog, then you can talk about us and link to us. That gets us more traffic. It gets us better search engine rankings. But this is what you can do for anybody you like. I'm not just saying for us. Like if you have a YouTube channel that you really like, then make sure you're doing these things, because that is going to help them grow, and it's going to allow you to get more of what you want. Because that's in the end, that's what we're looking for, right? We're looking for good quality entertainment, and thankfully, that's becoming more and more the norm on YouTube. Whereas 5 years ago, you were stuck with watching things like Smosh and Freddy or whatever it was called, which some people like, but not my cup of tea right there. So now you have all sorts of awesome YouTube channels, like How It Should Have Ended. You've got even like Carbot Animations. They got it to StarCrafts. He's a guy that I know and grew up with, so it's great. Nakaru says, Matt, a lot of things I read on the post on the forum was that the Vault members were not getting things worth a subscription. Any plan to give Vault members to make them feel like they are getting their money's worth? Now remember, and this is something that you have to also keep in mind, is that just because a handful of people say something doesn't mean it is so. Because you'll hear people in any situation say, I did not get my money's worth. And of course, we want to make sure that people feel like they get their money's worth. But we have a lot of Vault members, and we get a lot of good feedback. In fact, tons of good feedback, of people saying, I just love the vault, it definitely pays for itself really easily, and all those kind of things. You're always going to get the people who are, they want it a certain way, and if it's not that way, they feel like they're not getting their money's worth. So are we planning on doing stuff to make it worth more? Of course. And the way we're going to do that is try to do more videos. We're going to try to cover more games, or at least the games that we're doing even more, and just have more of that kind of content in there. So that's really what it comes down to, is that we're just going to try to get more. What I just did today, I haven't announced it yet. Well, actually I did announce it on the site. Is for Gold Vault members, they get a free product every month. And I've just gone in and I've added a ton of new selection to that free products thing, because it's been a little while since I updated it. I even added Games Workshop products in there, and Dark Potential products too. So you got to have even more selection there. Yeah, see, we get comments like this. Here we are. Yeah, Lou Etha says, I already feel like my money's worth. I get my money's worth. And then, oh, the vault is awesome. I'm happy with my vault membership already. I'd love to see live bat reps for vault members. Yeah, that's a good idea. In my opinion, from Pilkey says, the price of the vault is pitiful compared to the value and quality of the content. They could charge way more. So I guess pitiful meant it was a good thing. Yeah, so you're going to get that. You're going to get all the people who will say the opposite of what you heard in some of those forum comments. So we will always strive to improve the value of the vault. It's way more valuable now than it was 2 years ago, or even 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, when you were a vault member, what that meant was that you got access to our videos 3 months before everybody else. And then those videos went out for free. So all you had to do was be patient, and you got to see all the videos if you were not a vault member. We weren't doing exclusive content because, frankly, we didn't have enough manpower to produce free videos and exclusive vault videos. And now we're getting to that point where we're able to produce so many videos that we have tons for free and tons in the vault. So that's what it really comes down to. All right. So I just wanted to address that. I think I'm preaching to the choir here. Most people on that watch my live shows really like what we do, and Dan's beard is worth the money, says Nakaru, and I agree. That makes it. Everybody should join the vault simply so they can see more videos with Dan and his beard. That's really all it comes down to. And everybody has their thing. Like, somebody will complain that there's, well, it's funny what happens. You'll get somebody who will say, you guys have been doing too much 40K recently, you should do more War Machine. And then funny enough, like a week later we'll be doing more War Machine, we'll get the exact opposite comments. Oh, you guys are doing too much War Machine, we need more 40K. In the end, there's no way to produce enough content to make everybody super happy. Not economically. If we had like 50 employees non-stop making the content, we could probably cover every game to a point where you couldn't actually get enough time to watch all the videos. That's unfortunately not going to happen. Good entertainment is really hard to come by, so we'll do our best to add that to the community. Okay, so I covered that. So let's go off the topic of wargaming a bit and talk about weight loss. 2012 was a great year. Basically, Dave and I, last January, so almost a year ago, I know it's January right now, but we didn't start at the beginning of January, we decided to start working out on a daily basis. So over the course of the year, we added more and more weights to our collection, and now we have one of the rooms back over there is set up with all our weights and everything. And we've actually been able to keep at it, I'm surprised, until now. I'm not meaning that we're stopping now, I just mean that we're still doing it now. So it's almost been a full year that we've been working out. So I've been very happy with that, and I know I wouldn't do it without Dave, because I'm just too lazy that way. And so that's been great, and I've managed to get my weight down, but I've been hovering 195 pounds for like the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months at least, maybe up to 6 months. And so I have a New Year's resolution, but it's a New Year's resolution. I'll just say it. I know people are like, oh, New Year's resolutions, but this is something that's going to take me a few months. This is not something I'm just going to run to the gym and do for a week. We've been working really hard for the past year, so I know we've got to have it in place. I've been eating really well for the past few months. My weakness is in the evening. I go home, eat dinner, and then it's really easy to eat junk food and all that, so that's what I need to cut out. So my goal is to go from 195 down to 185 in the next few months, just slowly, a couple pounds a month. I don't need to lose 2 pounds a week or anything like that. And of course keep up our weight training as well. So basically, if I can get down to that weight, 185, I might try to get lower than that, but I don't want to have to really change my lifestyle significantly. See, I've come to realize that if you want an athletic body type, then you've got to live a lifestyle that's like that. And I love to eat. I just love it. Well, I should be more specific. I love to eat really good food. Now, I'm probably not alone in this. There's probably a few other people in this world who love to eat good food, and so yeah, you probably can empathize with me. But I love like homemade chicken wings. I make really good chicken wings. I'm gonna say that. The chicken wings I make are the best chicken wings I've ever eaten. Are they the best chicken wings in the world? Probably not. There's probably somebody out there who makes them better, and if there is, I would like to meet them and learn their recipe and do it myself. Because every restaurant I go to, they make okay wings. Some of them make pretty bad wings, but I make awesome wings. Oh, they're just so good. But chicken wings, like the sauce that I make that goes on the chicken wings, its main ingredient is butter. And of course it's awesome if it's going to be main ingredient butter. Yeah, I know. TJS Carrot says, Matt, now I want chicken wings, and he cries. I know, I just actually, my eyes started to water when I started talking about chicken wings so much, because I just love them. I love chicken wings. I feel like I'm at some sort of AA meeting or something. I'm Matthew, or Warren, if you want to go call me by my first name, and I love chicken wings. I don't actually eat them very often, thankfully, because it takes a bit of effort to make them. You gotta get the deep fryer out, and you gotta heat up the oil. That's been sitting in it for like 3 weeks, but it's still good because you heat up the oil. There's no way any bacteria can survive like 300 to 400 degrees of boiling oil. It just isn't possible. So you don't have to worry about bacteria, but you kind of worry more about flavor and stuff after a while. Yeah, so stop food talk. I hungry now. LOL. 90C says. Chicken Wings Anonymous says laugh. But yeah. So, anyways. Maybe one day I'll bring this webcam home and I'll do a live show of making chicken wings. Maybe one day. So, does it seem a little dark? Let's see if I can increase the brightness of this a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, doesn't let me do it that way. You know what? Ah, look at that. All this time. Oh, yeah. So that's the problem with like forgetting that you have a live show and just be like plugging everything in. I'm like, okay, turn it on, get on. Yeah, I didn't have the time to really adjust everything properly. Okay, so anyways, so that's my goal. Dave wants to do like a vlog, kind of like how we did our first weight loss challenge. He's like down to like 165 pounds or something ridiculous like that. He's lost tons of weight. No, the phone is not for me. Okay. Yes, he's gone from like 233 pounds to 165 pounds, so how much would that be? Like 60, almost 60 pounds, roughly? So he's actually trying to gain weight now, but in the good way, like just muscle. For me, I'm going from 195. I just want to get down to 185, 180. I don't have to be like bodybuilder physique. Just want to get rid of that, fat around the stomach and on the sides. Just get rid of that. That's the last thing to go. So. Yeah, that's the New Year's resolution. So we might be doing some videos about that too. I've been getting questions. I saw somebody was asking what we do for workout, and it kind of changes over time. I'm not going to answer that question fully here, just because I want to make a video where we actually go into our workout room and we show what we do. I'm not going to say that what we do is the best thing to do. It's what we like to do. We basically alternate. On one day we work on our chest and our biceps, and then the next day we work on our back and our triceps. What we used to do was chest and triceps, back and biceps, but we just switched that up this week, because when you work out your chest, you work out your triceps a bit, so now we're switching it so that you're not working out the triceps on the same day, because then you get tired. And for like chest, we do bench press. For back, we do bent over rows. For shoulders, we do military press and flies. For biceps, we do curls. Triceps, we do skull crushers. We do sit-ups as well. Yeah, so just a bunch of different things. Can we do it better? Sure. But hey, we work out for 45 minutes almost every single day at 12 o'clock. So you can do things not even perfectly, and that's going to make a big difference. That's really what it comes to. And that's what works for us. That's the key thing. Is I'm not going to tell you that what we do is really good for everybody, and I would not say that at all. I would say you got to find the thing that works for you. If you love jogging, then jog. If you hate jogging, then don't jog. If you like swimming, then swim. If you like biking, then bike. Just whatever works in your routine, you have to figure it out. So that's why I hate when people are like, this is the one thing you've got to do to lose weight. This one thing will make all the difference in your life. It's like, that's great. You can talk like that, and you'll make a difference in some people's life because that's the thing that clicks for them. But don't say it like it's what everybody has to do, because it's just not the case. You guys, Lash just says, you guys should make a really cheesy and awkward workout video. You have to wear sweatbands too. Yeah. Pilkey Cirque says, the key isn't necessarily weight, it's fitness. It's true. Although our goal is to get bigger muscles too. So, weight is kind of key. 40K Addict, one thing you gotta do, no more butter chicken wings, LOL. Well, that's the thing. This is the lifestyle I need to have. I figured out how to eat really healthy throughout the day. What I have for breakfast, what I have for snack and lunch and snack, it's very good. And so, because I have control over that, because I come to work and it's all packed already, like I pack it in the morning and then we're good. It's when I go home that I lose that. So I don't want to have to say, oh, no more of chicken wings, no more junk food. It's more just because I'm maintaining my weight. I've maintained 195 pounds for 6 months. So if I want to lose weight, I just got to eat a little less. And so if I cut out some of that junk food, then I will slowly lose the weight. That's a fact of life. Everybody can talk about their fad diets, but in the end, you want to lose weight, here's how much you eat, and here's how much you burn. If the burning is higher than the eating, you lose weight. If the burning is the same as the eating, you maintain. If the burning is less than the eating, you get fatter. That's really all there is to it. You can talk about how you eat less or how you burn more. That's all fine and dandy. But in the end, I've been maintaining my weight, so that means that what I've been burning is what I've been consuming. So if all I do is consume a little less, voila, I will lose weight. I could also try to burn more, but we work out for 45 minutes every day, so I'm trying to add cardio in there. I just don't have time. I've got 2 kids. We're busy in the morning getting ready for work and getting them ready and changing diapers and changing them and feeding breakfast and all that kind of stuff. And in the evening, I don't feel like working out in the evening. I'm sorry. Maybe once spring comes around, I'll start biking to work again. That'll burn 100 or 200 extra calories a day, but that's about it. Enough about that. We'll be making some videos about that in the future, so yeah. Subject 614, hey Matt, I'm starting a new Cato army and I have the battle box. Where should I go with that? We should really make a part of our site that is completely dedicated to answering this question, but basically I've got this, what should I do next? Because I honestly, and this is nothing against you, Subject 614, I think I get that almost exact question in every video and every show that I do. And to answer your question, if you are doing a Cato army and you have the battle box, you want to continue with Sorsha, then the next thing you should do is, I would get a Winter Guard unit with the Standard Bearer and Capitaine attachment. That's what I would get. After that, maybe Widowmakers. Depends what you want to do with your army. But that's what I would do next. But I think that's a good idea. I think that was a really good idea. Can you imagine if you had a site you could go to that said, okay, I'm collecting 40K, I'm doing Necrons, I have got such and such, what should I get next? And then it kind of gives you some different ideas. Yeah, we should do that. It'd be a lot of work, but maybe it can be like a wiki where people can contribute. So, anyone got a couple questions about Dark Angels now that Dark Angels are coming out or whatever? Are we going to be doing battle reports with them? I'd like to collect a Dark Angels army. We'll definitely be doing some battle reports, but I'm not sure when. Okay, so we've talked about Dark Potential, we've talked about weight loss, we've talked about should we charge for videos, and what time is it? 10 to 4. We still have lots of time. Should we talk about battle reports, or should we talk about things that Mini Wargaming wants to do in 2013? What do you think? Go ahead, chatters. Bat reps or goals for 2013. So you can say goals or bat reps. Just type one of those. All right. Goals or bat reps. Just type that in the chat. 2013, bat reports 2013. Can we do both? We're going to do both. I just want to know which one next. Bat reps, goals, bat reps, goals, goals, bat reps, goals, 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 bat reps. Okay, goals is winning. We're going to do goals. And then we'll talk about battle reports after that, I think. Unless I cover it in the goals. I do them both at the same time. Ah, yes. Organization is awesome. Goals for 2013. So 2012 is a phenomenal year for Mini Wargaming. We've learned a lot. We saw the start of Dark Potential. We saw new employees coming in to create content. We saw increase in the amount of content that we were creating. We saw increase in sales in our store and what we're stocking in the store. Like pretty much on all fronts, Mini Wargaming grew last year, which is awesome. It was a very, very good year. But I feel like it was a warm-up. I feel like 2013 is the year of Mini Wargaming. It's the year where we finally start to really take off and do those things that we've always dreamed about doing. You know, if I could look back when we first started over 5 years ago and think that this is what we would be doing, I would not believe it. I would not believe that we would be having hired a few content producers, that we'd be doing live shows, that we would have 150,000 unique people or more. I think it might be up to like 170 or 180,000 unique visitors every single month. Like that's just insane. That's just insane. I wouldn't know that. I would have believed that we'd almost have 70,000 YouTube subscribers. Like we've grown in so many different ways. It's been phenomenal. You guys have been awesome, been so supportive, and it's just been great. It's been a great ride. But I think 2013 is the year. And here's what I think, why I think that. I think that, first off, Dark Potential was set up in 2012. Obviously, we didn't release it till this month. And so now we're going to be able to do battle reports. We're going to be able to start spreading the word. We'll do Wave 2 and hopefully Wave 3 this year. Hopefully we'll come out with a rule book this year, the actual printed one. And we'll see. And basically, this is the year that Dark Potential really starts to take off. I think 2014 will be the year that we start to really spread it out there at conventions and distributors and all that kind of stuff. But 2013 will be the year of really growing the player base of Dark Potential. Also, with the Vault, we have lots of good ideas for the Vault. Like just before the end of the year of 2012, Dave started doing all sorts of live shows, if you hadn't noticed. And so getting all sorts of other YouTubers, which has been phenomenal. We've gotten such great support from the YouTube community out there. Les from Awesome Paint Job. We've got WG Consorting, we've got Terrainaholic, we've got Blue Table Painting, we've got Worthy Painting, we've got, the list goes on. Just go to miniwargaming.com/live shows and you'll see all the different live shows that are planned. And then of course we got our in-house ones with Chris, with Dan, with me, with Dave, and it's a lot of fun. So that's been producing some more free content and a bunch more stuff for the Vault as well. And so we've got that going on. We've got Apocalypticon 2013. Oh, it's so hard to do this backwards. All right, there we go. You try to look in a mirror that doesn't actually reflect, but shows you things as they really are, and then try to find where your fingers need to go, and it really throws your brain off. This will be 2013. It'll be the same shirt, just 2013, with even more sponsors on the back. And that's going to be awesome because we're planning on making that bigger and better. 2012 was awesome. It proved that we can still grow this. We filled up, and so we'll want to do even like even a bigger one. We've got new DVDs coming out, new painting tutorial series coming out. The list goes on. The warehouse, it's just a lot of cool things for 2013. So what do we want to see? We want to see different. I guess this is where the battle reports come in. We want to see more battle reports, for one thing. We're going to be really trying to do more of those. For a little while we were able to do a lot, but it's the tough part is players. It's finding people to play against, and since we're in a small city, we don't have access to a lot more there. So we're going to have to become creative and do that and get even more battle reports out for you guys. And Lost Boys is asking about new t-shirts. That's something I want to do this year as well, except that we'll use a different company. We'll probably use Spreadshirt.com, so you can buy them on our site, but you'll be able to buy them from there as well. In that way, we're able to do lots of them. Anyways, so I want to see more battle reports, better battle reports. We're going to be setting up a new battle report room, which will have more space, more lighting, more terrain, and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, we really want to see Dark Potential take off. And what would you guys like to see? While we're on chat, and heck, you can even leave a comment below. What would you like to see Mini Wargaming do differently in 2013? Red Dragon is asking, since Dave does so much with the live shows, will he have time to do more Captain Slaughter videos? We'll see. Dark Potential shirts and more behind the scenes says 32 Ezekiel or Ezekiel or whatever. The Bloody Gamer says, any plans for you to play Dawn of War 2 Chaos Rising? I do plan on doing that. I just kind of took a break from it because it was kind of taxing to get all the Dawn of War 2 stuff done, and then we had tons of Dark Potential stuff. Dan singing, a Mini Wargaming chat room, more Dark Angels, play Dawn of War 2. I'd personally like paint tutorials or something like that. Haven't seen any. Mini Wargaming chat box would be awesome. Can we add more people to produce content? Hopefully, if we can grow. We'll put another store. New site design. I've been having people request that. Send Dave and Dan out to other clubs with cameras to get more reports. It's a good idea, except it takes a lot more time. Alright, maybe themed weeks like Beasts of War, Necron Battle Reports with fluff lists. Oh, that does remind me of the one thing I wanted to say. I want to do campaigns with our battle reports. It'll take a bit more organization, and hopefully we'll be able to do some soon just to try it out. But a campaign, so basically battle reports that have some congruency to them, or continuity to them. So there's actually a story that goes along with it. More shirts with Joe's face on them. Dark Potential retrospective tournaments. The Coolers book review show. Owen seems like avid reader of 40K. Interesting. A retry for Mini Wargaming Europe. Maybe later. That one might take a little while. Seriously, open another store. Do you still play Firestorm Armada? I haven't played it in a while. More War Machine or War Hordes campaign. Do more fantasy content. Yes, campaigns. More fantasy bat reps. Campaigns. Maybe a bad answer since I'm a noob at Mini Wargaming, but maybe more broad how to play Warhammer 40K video selection, like particular rules and situations. That's actually a good idea. +1 for campaigns. No ads. Well, you know what? Eventually that might actually happen, because everything else might be doing well enough that the ads actually start to hinder more than help. Campaigns for sure. Raise the price for membership so Paul doesn't have to pay to visit you. Open one in Calgary. You beating Owen. I will. Play a Dark Potential campaign to replay the story. That's kind of cool. Hire Joe if he refuses. Kidnap him and keep him in the basement. Maybe some videos on setting up something like yourself. How to get increased views. How to make video battle reports, etc. Matt, what happened to Dan's show last night? Was that on the schedule? It shouldn't have been on the schedule because he wasn't going to do it. He was sick. Okay, he was sick. Lower the points of Carnifexes. Done. Mini Wargaming house rule. Carnifexes are half the cost. Yeah, if you not cost like to buy them, but points cost. Yeah, if you could update how to play 40K series with 6th edition stuff, that's a good idea. Now that we've actually played 6th edition enough, we might be able to do that. Hire Paul to work for you. I don't know. Paul's an engineer. He's got a pretty good job. What about a WoG game? It's an older event. Jay's show was also not on the schedule this week. Yeah, we're starting live shows again this week. Not all of them. Bat rep with kind of role play factors, maybe. Wow, lots of really good ideas. I'm gonna have to copy and paste the chat log to write down these ideas. So lots of good stuff. Yeah. So we want to see lots of improvements in different areas. Be patient with us, please. We're doing the best we can with our resources that we have in hand. So we're going to produce as many videos as we can. We want to keep you guys entertained. We know that we can't fully keep you entertained because, and it's okay because there's lots of other good sites now. The quality of Wargaming YouTube videos has increased so much over the past year or two. The people who have come in, even amateurs, the people who do this just for free, the quality of their videos has really improved. And I love that because it's going to grow the market, it's going to grow the viewership, and that's going to be good for everybody. And it gives you stuff to watch while you're waiting for us to put up our next video. Alright, so it's 4 o'clock. So let's do some Q&A. I'm going to spend a few minutes just answering some questions. This can be about anything. Wargaming, not wargaming, wargaming, even not wargaming, and even wargaming. So, if you have a question, go ahead and post it in the chat, and I will answer it. And while I'm waiting for that, I'll see if there's any questions for the previous one that I want to answer. Can we put it on slow-mo for this? Okay. Slow mode. There. So now you can only post like once every minute or something like that. First model you ever painted would have been a Lord of the Rings goblin from the Mines of Moria set. I think that was the first one I would have tried painting. That was my first miniature purchase ever, was the Mines of Moria. Love Lord of the Rings. Alright. Do 3 jumping jacks. Okay. One, 2, 3. Alright. Why did you start Mini Wargaming? Well, you see, I got into Lord of the Rings, and 3 months later, Dave came to me saying, hey, let's do a business. And I said, well, I just got into this cool thing. I think it's called Wargaming or something like that. Let's start Mini Wargaming. and then it was born. Literally, when we first started wargaming, we had like 3 or 4 months of experience in wargaming. So if anybody tells you you need more experience to do it, they're right, because it was hard for the first couple of years. Deathwing or Ravenwing? Ravenwing, because I just don't like Terminators. What do you think about the new Hobbit minis? They're awesome, just awesome. Did I mention they're awesome? They're awesome. Everybody do 3 jumping jacks. Okay, everybody now, go and do 3 jumping jacks. Yeah, that's what I should do, live like workout show. What's the closest international airport to you guys? Buffalo, New York. You still have to cross the border, but it's a 45-minute drive as opposed to Toronto, which would be a 1.5 to 2 hour drive. Mephiston BA, Matt just wanted to say thank you for increasing your VIP items. Can you add more than 1 free item to your order? Yes, you can. Just keep using the coupon codes. Alright. Issue Swass, that was weird. I agree. Ekus Mule, I'd like better organization on your YouTube channel. The videos being uploaded from last to first would be nice this way in playlists. I can just click play and not have to go backwards. Fortunately, YouTube doesn't really support that, because whenever you add a video to the playlist, it adds it to the end, and that's just the way it is, rather than it being the most recent stuff. So, yeah, anyways. Okay, I Give Up says, any more Warhammer Fantasy Bat Rep with you and your Lizardman army coming recently? Not soon, but I do want to do more of them. Laugh, if you could make a new Space Marines chapter, what would it be named? Not Space Marines. I don't really like Space Marines. Except maybe Dark Angels, they're kind of cool. Chaos, do you ever win playing Tomb Kings? Sure. Yeah, they're tough, but they're very powerful if you do them right. Dead Maggot, how did you meet Dave? We go to the same church, and so we met as teenagers when his family moved into the area, and they started coming to our church. So that was a long time ago. I think I was like 12 or something. No Mercy Mike, will Dave do more of his own terrain making videos? I know he wants to, so I don't know the answer to your question though. The Nick Knack Jack 2025 says, are you planning to get more people to do live shows? I think we have enough for now, but I'm sure there will be more. Jersky83, will anybody from Mini Wargaming be starting a Dark Angel army and producing bat reps? Hopefully. Nokath, besides Dark Potential, what other new games coming out have caught your eye? Honestly, have not been really paying attention to that because I've been pretty busy. Nickelbell, what's your opinion of custom characters? I create fluff and rules to 40k to use with my friends, but they don't fly in stores. Well, yeah, obviously they don't fly in stores because it could be very imbalanced. It's very easy. If you were doing it amongst friends, then that's fine. I think that'd be kind of fun. It's like creating custom campaigns with all these different rules that could make things imbalanced, but that's okay because it's a campaign, so it's meant to be kind of that way. Red Dragon 162. Really? Did Dave just drove up in his pipe fixing truck and say, "Hey, let's start a business"? Yeah, something like that. Luthi, did you ever request the Cool Mini or Not site to even link to you? It's quite famous in Europe. CoolMiniOrNot.com. I didn't know that they just linked to people, so no. The Bloody Gamers, any plans for Hobbit battle reports with Dave? Yes. Stringer Bell 22, what are your thoughts on GW's prices for the new Dark Angels model? $70 for Landspeeder sounds a bit crazy to me. I think that they set their prices and people buy it, and as long as that keeps happening, then their prices are fine. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, it's more expensive than it was last year and the year before that and the year before that. But I don't. To be honest, I don't see the point of complaining about a price. Even though when the new Hobbit stuff came out and I looked at the book and it was $100, I was like, really? $100 for a book? Wow. But you know, as long as people keep buying it, then that's a good price. That's really what it comes down to. That's basic economics. People keep buying, the price is good, and that's really what it comes down to. So I know it's kind of easy for me to say because I run a store, therefore I can kind of get my stuff at wholesale and covered by that business. So I do know it makes it harder to buy. But it just comes down to your choice. Like if you're willing to make that investment, then that's what you get into. Otherwise, get into a game that requires less models or whatever. That's basically what you have to do. Sophie Archer, do you think the Dark Angel's new codex will be balanced or overpowered based on what we know so far? I don't actually know anything about it so far, but based on the way that Games Workshop comes out with codexes or codices, I say it has a better chance of being overpowered than balanced, just because it tends to be that way. Not always, but tends to be that way. Night Sea, a mini wargaming versus blue table painting tournament, LOL. We're a little far away. Maybe an X Valhalla, we can do that. Pipe 7, how many points of Orc and Goblins does Dan have? I think 4,000 or 5,000. Equus Mule, you can change the order in the playlist though. It takes a bit more time, but it'd be very much appreciated. Yeah, we put up like 5 to 10 videos a day, so it's kind of hard to manage that. Fishy Swats, what is the state of plans for Dark Potential Bat Reps, games, etc.? We plan on starting them probably not next week, but the week after. Maybe next week, once all the models are being shipped out, and once we can actually sell them. Because I don't want to start making battle reports, and then people go to the store and they're like, oh, I can't even buy it. Because that would just not be good. Mitt 450. Later today, I'm going to be facing some Dark Eldar and Demons later today. I got them mids, any gen strategies for each army as mids. Dark Eldar, I've only played with against a few times and they keep beating me. All I know is don't bring lots of monstrous creatures against Dark Eldar. Just bring swarms. Big amounts of swarms. Demons, just don't roll really bad and you'll beat them, because they're not that good. No, they can be played well, but they're not hard. Jeffer72, how old are you guys? I'm 31, turning 32. Dave is 28, I think. Bohan23, will anyone be Dog of Dark Angels decks revealing the 12th on its release day? No. Ultra Blood, any plans to try and host something like Blue Table does with their Valhalla? It's a cool idea, probably won't do it anytime soon. We'll be going to Valhalla again. We're doing a special Valhalla in October. The 21st to 26th is the tentative dates. And yeah, you want to be there. It was a lot of fun. So much fun. Chris Jan89, you should take a look at Kenzai, a new wargame from Zenit Miniatures. Okay. Nokath, will the mini wargaming crew plan on going to Valhalla again? Oh, ha, just answer that question. Or one of the big conventions in the States. We're hoping to go to Gen Con this year. The Bloody Gamers, will you ever come to the UK? Yes. Sponge Murphy, what is the best way to improve your on-camera skills when recording a video for your YouTube channel? Practice. Tobatron, it'd be cool to see a 2v2 fantasy bat rep sometime. 32 Ezekiel, where is Valhalla? In Utah. The Bloody Gamers, you should visit Beasts of War in their new studio. That'd be cool. Pilkirk, if anyone wants Dark Angels reviews and such, check out Worthy Paintings YouTube channel. They're doing a lot of Dark Angels videos. Yes, definitely check them out. Wow, did I actually catch up to everybody? That's pretty fun. Any more comments, or should we finish now? Want me to do a wrap? No, you don't. Really, you really don't. Last time I did that, it wasn't good. Yes, says Mitt 450. Stringer Bell, have you played any of the Forge World campaigns? No. When you start producing campaign content, could you playtest with Forge World campaigns? That's a possibility. I like the Amphiline one with the Tyranids, of course. Are you planning on dressing up next Halloween, says Red Dragon 162? Probably not. Nickel Bell, do you think Chaos Space Marines should have access to Land Raider variants? Yes. Max Payne, any plans to add Malifaux to your repertoire? Yes. Dominic 1905, most memorable battle report? Can't remember any. So none? Luffy, what's your plans to expand any army? None right now. And any more comments? I'll do this for another minute or two. Matt, drop some Commander bat reps? Maybe. Jez, what do you think next 40k Codex will be? I actually haven't been keeping up with the rumors, so you probably know better than I do. Hopefully Tau, because they need an update. No Mercy Mike, do you think Orcs should be to get an updated Codex for 6th edition? I think a lot of them need updated Codexes for 6th edition, including Orcs. And Tyranids, because they're having a hard time against Flyers. Baron, most overpowered army right now? Probably Necrons, if you just play the all Flyers list, which just makes you a jerk. Christian89, please advertise in good time if you come to Europe. Definitely. Chaos XL, Tyranids, or Necrons? Oh, I think I like Tyranids better, but it was nice to get to Necrons as well. Tobatron, what do you think of all the White Dwarf updates that keep appearing instead of full updates? I think that's a good idea. I really do, because it adds value to the White Dwarf, which hasn't really had much value, and it allows them to get updates to armies faster than if they had to go through the whole process of a codex. Vishy Swats, I think Orcs are soon after Eldar, Tau, and Demons. Oh, and maybe Black Templar. I wouldn't mind if they just got rid of a lot of the different Space Marine chapters and converged them into one, but you know, they're not going to do that. Yeah, Eldar need an update, Tau need an update, Demons need an update, Orcs need an update. So hopefully we'll see a lot of those soon. Jeffers72, what do you think of White Dwarves? I find that I read a couple things and that's enough. There's not enough articles for my liking. I like commentary and stuff. I don't get enough of that in there. Zipatech, hey, one question for a Vault membership. You need a credit card on your PayPal account because they pull out your money every month. Could you make an option to just buy membership for 1, 3, or 6 months so you don't need a credit card on your PayPal? That option already exists. When you go to get your membership, you can actually click a little link that says don't have a credit card, click here, and then you can buy a 3-month, 6-month, or a year, something like that. Or I think it's a 3-month and a year. are your two options. So that actually already exists. And then when it expires, it warns you, and then you can go and renew it if you like. Dominic 1905, Tyranids are rumored for a new release soon, actually. Really? That surprises me, because there's lots of others that need it first. Mitt 450, let's be honest, Shadow on the Warp works through cover, but the Doom doesn't. Same for transports. Is this maddening or what? I've kind of come to terms with the whole Doom thing not working through transports, and that he has to see his victims, because he's like looking at them and then he knows to pull their souls out of their bodies and eat them. So I kind of like thought of it that way. Whereas Shadow on the Warp is just this general presence around. But, you know, you can make an excuse for either way. Nickel Bell, how about a bat rap where we drive to Welland and if we win, you pay our gas? I live near Ottawa. Well, we give $50 in prizes, but that's probably not enough for gas. No Cat, do you read No Quarter? I do. I like it. Once again, I'm surprised that YouTube and that Games Workshop and Privateer Press don't make more YouTube videos. These guys have such potential to just blow everybody else out of the water with making awesome videos. And that they make magazines. I think that's a little old-fashioned. I still think they need some magazines because it goes in stores and that's good for that, but they are missing out on some awesome promotion if they use YouTube more. And I don't mean the way Games Workshop does, where they post up a video that's kind of a teaser that doesn't really show you anything, and then they disable comments because, heaven forbid, somebody leave a negative comment. Like, I'm sorry, if you post on YouTube, there will be negative comments. That is just the way life is. So if you don't want those comments, then don't post in a social area. That's like YouTube. Okay. Okay, I Give Up says, would you guys try to make videos of tabletop role-playing games like D&D or card games? Not if we don't sell them. 90C, I think next codex out is Eldar Tau. What do you think? I already answered that. 40K Egger, or 40 Kegger. Matt's most memorable bat rep was against me 2 summers ago. A pocket game, Nids vs. Salamanders. Yes, that was pretty awesome. Pipe 7, with the Necrons, how often do you win with them? Quite. Why? So LOL, I can't seem to win with them at all. Sad panda. That was an awesome sentence. Fishy Swats, your Land Raider with the Lizardman head on was epic. I agree. Stringer Bell, 22. Could Mini Wargaming make content where you review other games out there? Yes. No Cat, do you think both companies are banking on the community to promote their new products? Yeah, and that's a problem. You don't want to bank on the community to promote your products. You need to promote your products, and then let the community do even more. Dead Maggot, do you guys... No, don't get me wrong. Games Workshop obviously is growing, so is Privateer Press. So they go out and they go to conventions, they have their magazines, they have their websites, they do a great job of promoting. I'm just saying that they're missing this huge opportunity with YouTube. So they should be using more. Dead Maggot, do you guys have the Deathwatch RP books? No. 32 Ekiel, what color is your Dark Potential army? I have a couple. They're different colors. I'll have to show them. Mike painted one of them. Cast Wog, will there be Dark Potential novels at some point? I hope so. Jeffrey72, what will the model count be like in Dark Potential? More skirmish or big battle? More skirmish. Red Dragon 162, I hate how Games Workshop makes those stupid little teaser videos when what the video is about has already been leaked months ago. I know, I agree. The Nick Knack Jack 2025, there should be more electronic codex with updates. Sure. Pilkey Strook, surely Matt's most memorable games are those against Owen. No, I don't remember those at all. Destructor, hey Matt, boop. Okay. Sub 12, the anniversary bat rep last year was awesome. Are you planning to do something like that again? I want to do those regularly, actually. Now that we're calming down, we probably will see them. Dominic 1905, have you thought of creating a written blog, maybe what you're doing, what you're working on, etc.? I thought of that, I just don't really have the time for it. Nickel Bell, any plans for stocking or playing any of the FFG role-playing games? I'd like to, so not plans yet, but I would like to. Vishy Swats, I think Matt is so busy that his most memorable one is the last one. I don't remember the last one. Are you kidding? It's like remembering a park when you go to the same place every day, like school. And then you're like, where did I park this time? Because my memory, I have like 10 different memories of parking. And you got to figure out which one was the most recent. Yeah. LOL. Agreed. Okay. I think I'm out of breath and out of energy. It's 4:15. I should probably end this. Got over 100 people on right now, though, so thank you for sticking with me to the end. Don't forget to go buy Dark Potential miniatures, because they're awesome. And, yeah. So I'm not going to answer any more comments. So I'm going to turn off slow. We're going to turn slow mode back off again so you guys can just chat whenever you want. So thank you again. Thank you for showing up. And thanks for everything. We'll be doing even more stuff next week. We'll cover even more stuff. We'll do stuff and lots of stuff. And stay tuned for more updates, Dark Potential, battle reports, everything else. And happy wargaming. See ya.